Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this triangle ABC inscribed in a semicircle, as you can see in this diagram, where O is the center of the semicircle and this AC is 24 units and this CP is 7 units. And now we are going to calculate the value of this segment OP. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. And now let's recall Thales Theorem. According to this theorem, if points A, B, and C are on the circle where the line AB is the diameter, then this angle ACB must be 90 degrees. And here's our next step. Let's go ahead and connect points A and P. Let me go ahead and connect these 2 points A and P. And here's our much nicer looking diagram. And now let's focus on this triangle ACP. And we know that this is a right triangle. Therefore, we are going to use the Pythagorean Theorem. And here's our Pythagorean Theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. Let me go ahead and call this side A, this side B, and this longest leg I'm going to call this side C. So let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. A in our case is 7, so this is going to become 7 square plus 24 square equal to c square. 7 square is 49 plus 576 equal to c square. So c square turns out to be equal to 625. Let's go ahead and undo this square by taking the square on both sides. So c turns out to be positive 25. And now we know that this side C is simply AP length. So this side turns out to be 25 units. And now let's focus on these two triangles AOP and BOP. They are congruent triangle according to side angle side theorem. Since this angle is 90 degrees, this angle is 90 degree as well. So this is the radius and this is the radius as well, and this is their common side. Therefore, we conclude that this side length AP is equal to this side length BP. So therefore, this side length BP turns out to be 25 units. Now we can see that this whole length BC is equal to the sum of these two individual lengths BP and CP. So this is going to be simply 7 plus 25 is going to become 32. So therefore, this length BC is going to be 25 plus 7 means BC turns out to be 32 units. And here's our next step. Let's focus on this triangle ACB, and we know that this is a right triangle. So therefore, we are going to use the Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. Let me go ahead and call this longest leg as side C. This side I'm going to call A, and this side is B. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So our A in our case is 24 square plus B in our case is 32 square equal to C square. And now we know 24 square is 576 plus 32 square is 1024 equal to C square. So C square turns out to be equal to 1600. Let's go ahead and take the square root on both sides. So that means our C value turns out to be positive 40. And we know that this side C represents this diameter AB, which is 40. And we know that the diameter equals to 2 times the radius. So therefore, our this radius, which is I am going to call OB, is going to be equal to half of this 40, which is going to be 20. So therefore, this side OB turns out to be 20 units. And here's our final step. Let's focus on this triangle BOP. And we know that this is a right triangle. So therefore, we are going to use the Pythagorean theorem, a square plus b square equal to c square. Let me go ahead and call this longest leg as our side C. I am going to call this side A and this side B. And just keep in your mind that this side length BP we already figured out in our previous steps. It was 25. So let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. A in our case is x, so it's going to become x squared, plus b in our case is 20, so it's going to become 20 square equal to 25 square. So we got x square plus that's going to give us 400 equal to 625. Let's move this 400 on the other side. So we got x square equal to 625 minus 400. So x square turns out to be 225. And now let's go ahead and undo this square by taking the square root on both sides. This square and square root, they undo each other. So we ended up with x equals to the positive value of this square root is going to give us 15. So therefore our x value turns out to be 15 units. Our x equal to 15 units. And we also know that this x is equal to this line segment OP. So that is going to be 15 units. So thus our length x turns out to be 15 units. Thanks for watching and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.